Back in March of last year, a tweet surfaced saying that MrBeast had died and expressing condolences. It amassed more than 15 million views in just a couple months. But no, MrBeast didn't die. And he took to X to reply to the fake news. But he does have a health condition he deals with on a regular basis, and it doesn't sound enjoyable. The next day, a note from X on the original tweet that said no commonly trusted sources inform that Jimmy Donaldson, also known as MrBeast, has passed away. Jimmy replied to the tweet, "Why does this have 100,000 likes? LOL," which the original poster of the tweet replied, "Bro came back to life just to reply to my tweet. I'll delete it if you send me 10,000. It must have been quite weird for Jimmy to read these tweets. And that was not the first time this happened. There have actually been a few tweets that have said the YouTuber is no longer living. Although many of these accounts have claimed that these are jokes, it definitely isn't funny and is not and cannot be considered as a joke." In an interview on the Led Friedman podcast in early 2023, Jimmy talked about death and has some serious things to say. When talking about how he would spend his time if he knew that there was a time limit, he said that he would keep recording videos and sharing them because that is something he genuinely likes doing. MrBeast said, "If I knew I was gonna die of like cancer or something and I had like 3 months to live, I would vlog every day. I would film so many videos. And then I would just schedule upload a video a week for like the next 5 years. So it's like I'm still alive." MrBeast has been suffering from a disease called Crohn's disease, and he has been talking about it to his fans for a while. He wants his fans to know about this part of his life and that it hasn't been easy to suffer from this health issue. Jimmy explained that this disease affects what food he can eat. He said, "There's a lot of things that aggravate it, like chips, cookies, or things that have corn. I know what to eat now. Where? Like, my diet isn't causing it, but sometimes it just flares up. It's weird." He posted a video talking about this in 2015, when he had a little over 1,000 subscribers, titled "What is Crohn's disease?" and he shared more about what his diet looks like.
A lot of the things you do with your friends and whenever you hang out, it's, usually revolves around food, which is where it's hard for me because sometimes I end up bringing my own PB&J when we're eating at fast food or things like that, just because I don't want to be in stomach pain or I've already eaten something that I shouldn't have eaten and I can't afford to eat anything else. And so, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much it just...
He continued, "It just sucks all the fun out of food. I mean, eating food is a huge part of your life. You can't always try new stuff. Do I want to feel bad tomorrow?" He also mentioned in the video that cereal is one food that he has started avoiding, and that he was focused on rice, sweet potatoes, and chicken. That means that he's not even allowed to enjoy his very own company's chocolate bars, Feastables bars. At the end of the video, MrBeast explained that he had to accept the fact that he had this condition as he knew that it was out of his control. He sounded calm and in control of the situation. And he was vulnerable about how tough this can be while sharing that he knows how to deal with it. Jimmy learned that he has Crohn's disease when he was only 15 years old, which must have made it extra challenging. As he said in the video, he just wanted to enjoy what he was eating and go out for fast food. It sounds like having to eat certain foods would make someone feel really different and isolated from their peers. That's too bad, since high school is already a really hard time. People who have Crohn's disease can never really get rid of the disease, but they hope that when they are diagnosed, they will find relief and know what to eat and how to deal with it. It sounds like that is what MrBeast has done, as he has spoken about knowing what foods to include in his regular diet. People with this disease might have a fever, lose weight, no longer be hungry, and have pain in their stomach, along with stomach issues. Crohn's disease is a type of inflammatory bowel disease. that develops in the small intestines and the colon. While Crohn's itself is not fatal, it can lead to serious, potentially fatal complications. Those complications could potentially lead to death if not addressed or treated promptly. This is why many people potentially can at least half believe a story claiming MrBeast has died. Life expectancy for people living with Crohn's depends on a variety of factors, including the severity of the disease, age at diagnosis, and treatment. Many people with Crohn's live healthy lives with extended periods of remissions. A 2009 meta-analysis found a slightly increased mortality among patients with Crohn's disease, particularly women. The increase may be the result of gastrointestinal diseases and diseases with a possible link to smoking. Such respiratory diseases are those that affect the urinary and genital tracts. An updated study from 2010 found that the life expectancy for people with Crohn's has gone up. However, people living with inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's have a shorter average life expectancy than those who don't. According to the study, females with the disease may live from 6.6 to 8.1 years less than females without it. Males may live 5 to 6 years less than males without the condition. This is, however, good news, considering the average life expectancy in the US is 83 years for males, which means we'll have MrBeast probably for around a couple more decades. This is very good news for us who enjoy his videos. So would you believe such a tweet saying MrBeast has died? Let us know in the comments.